Hi, I'm Lena Miculek, 8-time world champion and firearms instructor. Today I have one of the most critical pieces of equipment I've found when it comes to training, and the best part is it's something you get to use at home, and I really want to share it with you. So here I have my MCX rifle, which this is just a fun gun for me. I don't have a lot of time spent behind it, but I want to change that. And before I go to the range and start wasting a bunch of ammo, just blasting, which can be a lot of fun, I want to get in some real training to get comfortable with this platform. So I have my Mantis BLACKBEARDX here. Now, what this is just a two-piece system, one that replaces your bolt, and the second that goes and replaces your mag. Now, with just that, these two pieces of equipment are going to give me so much information and training at home, because when I put this mag in here, this gives me access to endless trigger pulls and a laser that shows me exactly where I'm hitting. Not only that, it gives me in-depth information on my transition times, on multiple targets, on how steady I'm holding my gun, because this is Bluetooth connect to the app, Mantis X, which has a whole bunch of drills. It has, say you just bought a rifle and you want to shoot and you want to get really confident in the comfort of your own home, slap this bad boy in there, go through the basic rifleman, the advanced rifleman, jump around on different drills, and it really covers your whole basis. So I'm going to show you 3 of the drills that I use the most and how I run through them. So grab your MCX or your normal AR-15, as they make a bolt replacement for both, and your Blackbeard, and we'll hop right in. Drill 1 is just going to be one shot, moving through a waiting position, which for me is going to be stock on belt, muzzle in line with my eye and on the target. This is what's called port arms, and I'm going to be moving from port arms, feet parallel, toes almost touching, and then on the buzzer I'm going to step into my position, pivot the gun up, find my cheek weld, and fire one shot. Now, what's super awesome about the BLACKBEARDX is that it's going to track my motion on target, the amount of time that I'm spending pulling my trigger, and then the immediate motion after my trigger pull. So sturdiness, stability, being stationary, that is our goal with this. I told you this was a new gun for me, and one note on all rifles is that the stock is really important and your face fit on the stock is super important. Now, this is totally unlike my competition stock that's all multi-adjustable and fits me so nice. So I have to adapt a little bit to this gun. So something for me to really keep in mind, and one of my main focuses is making sure that my cheek weld, which is different than my normal one, is consistent. I'm a little bit further back on the stock, but mainly I'm having to run it a little bit further down on my jaw. So one shot. What are my goals? Stepping into stance, belt on stock, muzzle parallel or perfectly in line with my target, so that on the buzzer, all I have to do is rotate up, safety off, and one shot. Safety back on, and I reset. Are we ready? All right, we're gonna do just our normal shot timer here. That way we can go as fast as we would like and progress that over time. So let's give it a go. Nice. Then I just hit stop, reset, and go again. Take a look at that. So here's what I'm talking about as far as motion on target. You can see that I overswung just a bit, came back down in. The yellow is me pulling the trigger, and the white is right where the shot broke. So if we hit play on that, nice. I am pretty happy with that. But now, guess what? The fun of a shot timer is that we get to go faster. So speed and accuracy are always the juggling match. So it is up to you to push those to your capabilities. Ooh, that one, I would say that after I broke the shot, I pushed the gun up. So let's see if what I saw was correct. Yeah. So we can see my motion into the target was a little wild, and then I broke my shot on an upward swing, which I don't normally like to do. So to correct that, this time I'm gonna make sure that my muzzle is more in line with my eye and the target and not so low, so that I don't have to get that extra motion up and swing through. So let's give it a whirl again. That one was pretty good. I'm gonna say I push it off a little bit high and right again. Let's take a look. Just off right and a little bit high. Okay, okay, nice. Let's do it again. Take my time, make this one real good. .81. That's, I would say 80 and above if I'm pushing mildly on time, but realize as you go faster, the accuracy in this score is gonna go lower, and you're just gonna have to live there until it all evens out. So don't be afraid of speed. Don't be afraid of low numbers. Let speed be your friend. That's good. Nice. There we go. One shot. Every single time you shoot your rifle, you're gonna need to go through these motions. So a one-shot drill, although not super flashy, is one of the most practical drills that you can do that will save you a ton of time in the long run. So now into something a little bit more exciting with drill number 2. For drill 2, I've set up 3 targets. Now these are Mantis targets, but with this system, you don't have to use their specific targets. Sticky notes are great, light switch covers, those are also fantastic dry fire targets. So pick you out 3 of those, and we're gonna hop into our par time drill. Now I'm gonna set this up with you. So I've selected par time, now I'm gonna go to drill, and we're gonna set it up a little bit more specific. So I want a delay, 2 to 5 seconds. Actually, I'm gonna make that a little more, 3 to 6 seconds. So that's from the time I hit start to when my start buzzer goes off. Nice. Now, I don't need a round count limiter, but I do want to repeat this drill 3 times before I take a break. Now, lastly is my par time. So a par time is the amount of time in between 2 beeps. So you have your start beep, the time that you're gonna be doing your drill, and then their second beep, which is a no-go. Don't shoot anymore, out of time. Now, my drill is just 1 shot on each of these 3 targets to start with. For me, a rough goal here is gonna be around 1 second per target with my first shot time added in. So we're gonna set that to 3. Now, if you're like, I have no idea, guess what? Just set a bit of a forgiving time, add more than you would think. If you're doing this drill, put 5 seconds, put 7 seconds on there even. And then as you see, if you're faster than that, then whittle your time down. You just want something that's challenging, that say 1 out of 5 times you can't muster a good run. That means you're right on the edge. So I have mine set. I'm gonna hit done, and we're gonna hop into it. So the same start position as our drill 1. I'm gonna start with my feet squared off, so I have to step into my position and go from that port arms position to up on target. And then I'm just going to fire 1 shot on each of the 3 targets. So let's give it a go. All right, there were my 3 strings of 3 one-shots, and let's give it a look. So my first shot, of my first string was my best, but let's mainly look through these and look for big patterns, because I know I'm always transitioning from left to right on this drill. So what I would imagine to see is me dragging the gun past my target. So I want to see if I'm overshooting my target and having to come back to it, or if I'm breaking my shots before. So let's take a look. This one was right on. I came in from the top. This one, a little bit off to the side, but still good. That one I made a circle back to. We can see so far that all of my shots broke on the right-hand side of this graph. So if anything, when I do it again, I'm gonna be conscious. I'm gonna start my trigger pulls a little bit sooner. Let's give it a whirl again and see if we can improve our scores. Ooh, that first one, I think I just, rough. Oh, it won't show me till later. Oh no, I want to see now. Oh no, it was good. Ooh, look at those twirly twirls. Okay, I'm learning. And guess what? In the comfort of your own home, you get to make up the rules. So, I'm gonna do it again. Let's take a look. I felt pretty good about those. Let's see if I'm just full of it. Ooh, a 25. Congratulations to me. Let's see what I did. Yet again on that right-hand side. That was bad. Well, there we go. We've practiced all up and down. So 3 shots, 3 targets. When transitioning in between, I am very much so enjoying, ooh, look at that. You can see where I was. Over here, bringing those left or those right swings back over. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty good correction. What did all of this tell you? In my first string, I was overswinging a good bit to the right, which is what I expected, transitioning left to right, and I saw me dragging them off a bit. I shrunk that window down a good bit, and I'm quite happy with it. With multiple targets and how aggressively I am trying to shoot, I'm not looking for perfect shots. I'm looking for good enough shots, because if that entire circle was my true goal, oh my gosh, could I be going faster? But this is the speed of me really trying to aim at that 9 or 8 ring in there. So we've worked on first shots, stepping into stance, trigger pull side alignment with our first drill. Second drill, we've moved on to adding in multiple targets. And now guess what? We're advancing to drill number 3, and we're gonna bring in our first prop. So leave your targets down there and let's go grab our prop. I bring you to drill 3. We have broken out the best rifle dry fire prop known to man, AKA a wobbly ladder. Legit, within just here, I could spend an hour teaching y'all drills off of this, from each rung, from outside, each one, inside, kneeling, standing, on your tiptoes, down on the bottom. We could do it all, but we're gonna start with one of the most basic, but a really difficult technique if you don't practice it, which is leaning around barricades. So I use a ladder very often to simulate a barricade for me. Another thing, if you're at home, just leaning around the corner of a wall. But my goal is to have my outside foot on the, or within the edges of my ladder. So here, this is cheating. This is double dog cheating, and you're not allowed in the club. Here, for when I'm leaning around the left side, and here for when I'm leaning around the right. A note on your feet is when you're doing these hard leans, you want to make sure that your toe is slightly pointed out. That way your knee can track over it, especially with a long gun because they're so heavy. If we try and lean out here, we get off to the side and all cattywampus and the gun's heavy. It doesn't work out. So what are we going to do? We're going to start behind our ladder, squared up to it at our port arms. We're gonna step into that toe pointed out position. We're gonna lean to our middle target and we're gonna shoot 2 shots. Now, I'm gonna retract my rifle back. For me, I like to retract my rifle back and over my shoulder, opposed to going under, because it's just a lot slower and it gets my gun out of alignment with my target. Whereas up here, I can even rotate it back and pop it right back up on target. So we'll be here. We'll find our foot placement. We'll lean out real far, fire 2 shots. Finger goes straight, we pull it back. Place our second foot, lean, 2 shots. Nice. So with the Mantis BLACKBEARDX, once again, this is really tracking our stability on shot. So although this is still a pretty big target, I'm aiming for that 8 or 9 ring. Like, we try to get a small group. So are you ready? I know this is a big step up in drills. We now need to really focus on our body, getting into an uncomfortable position and holding our gun steady. But that's the fun of dry fire. You got to do it somewhere. It's much cheaper here, and there's no one that doesn't need to be watching me fail here in the comfort of my own home. So let's give it a whirl. Wow, claps for me, right? Wasn't that so fun to watch? And now I'm just gonna do that, I don't know, until I'm blue in the face. The drill that I'm using here, or the application in the app, is the BBX Dynamics. This just kind of tracks everything that goes on and gives me the ability to set up these more elaborate drills and still get information back from Mantis. So let's give it a whirl again. That one felt good. Let's take a gander here. Nice, 80, 25. Ooh, let's look at that. Oh, that looks pretty good to me. What are you talking about, 25? That's a 25, I'll take it. Let's go again. Now I'm gonna start going the other direction, to the right. Whew. Just know that if you are gonna bring your ladder to the range, you might shoot it, so don't bring your best ladder. Here we go again on that 3rd shot. So that's my transition over. So obviously it's gonna have a big ol' ugly, like, there's me going from my first shooting position, pew, and my gun flying everywhere, and then coming into my second one. Okay. One more time, just for the heck of it. Let's go. Ooh, the 3rd one, I pulled it high and to the right. What do you bet? What do you bet? Let's go and look. 3rd one. Oh, well, that doesn't look like what I thought it was gonna look like at all. Well, that's good, because I didn't think it looked that good. Ooh, let's hit play. 91. Ooh. That's what it looks like while my gun just flings through the air as I go around the ladder. One more time for educational purposes. Perfect. Perfect. That's what you're looking for every time. With my MCX and my BLACKBEARDX, working through these 3 drills really The first one is laying the foundation, an action that you're gonna need to master because you're gonna do it every time you wanna get up on target and shoot. Next up is multiple targets. That is truly the second step. That's getting into your movement, making sure you're not overshooting your targets, but still being super aggressive. And then lastly, once you're like, man, I can shoot my rifle, it's about challenging your stance, your shooting position, your accuracy, and your speed, which popping out the old ladder can really do that. Now, you can use any prop in your house, and I really do have to say that with the Mantis X and with it automatically resetting my trigger, you can just run around your house, and hours on your gun always matter. Like, when in doubt, just handle your rifle. Shoot all the light switch covers in your house. Track the door frames. See how your stance is letting you down. Transition from your refrigerator door to your dishwasher. You can do it all, and in the end, it is going to add up, and it's gonna be beneficial. So, these are my 3 most used drills. Have fun with it, and enjoy your time at home playing around with your rifle.